Today's topic, weight loss plateaus. I'm sure most of us have been there. We try to lose weight. It works at the beginning, but then we hit the plateau. And the number on the scale just doesn't move. Whatever we do. We diet, we cut our calories, we exercise, we go to the gym, just nothing happens. Okay, what shall we do? The first question I have might sound a bit silly, but actually it's a serious question. Are you really sure you're plateauing? Let's put some numbers on it. Most people who try to lose weight calculate to be around a 500 kilocalories deficit. 500 kilocalories would correspond to 50 to 60 grams fat loss a day. That are the numbers. Of course, all of us are different. You can't really put precise numbers on such complicated biological systems as humans, but it's just to make it easier to understand. Okay, let's say our goal is to lose 50 to 60 grams fat a day. After we started calorie deficit, our bodies adjust to it, which means our energy expenditure goes down. So already after, let's say, 1 to 3 days of calorie restriction, our energy expenditure would go down by around 100 kilocalories a day, just our basal metabolic rate. Okay, then we end up with 400 calories a day energy deficit, which would be around 40 to 50 grams fat a day. Okay, then another thing, as we don't eat enough, our body starts moving less. So our spontaneous physical activity goes down as well. By spontaneous physical activity, I mean not the training you do in the gym or when you go and exercise or endurance sports. No, it's just what the kind of movement we do every day without realizing it. Just moving our hands and getting up, getting some tea and so on. Okay, let's estimate that we would lose another 100 to 200 calories a day. Okay, now we end up with a calorie deficit of 200 to 300 calories a day, which would correspond to more 25 to 30 grams fat loss a day. 25 to 30 gram fat loss a day would be around 200 grams a week. What are 200 grams? 200 grams is less than a cup. And now imagine you weigh yourself once a week. And the question is, would you even notice that you lose 200 grams a week? The weight of an individual fluctuates on a daily basis. Actually, I have done a blog post on it. I've recorded all the data, my weight, everything when I dieted for a powerlifting competition to make my weight and get into my weight class. And then I've seen that just one meal that was high in carbohydrate, high in salt, something I was not really used to eat, increased my weight by 1.5 kilograms overnight, just because of the weight of the food I ate and the water retention. Also, before powerlifting competitions to make weight, usually I lose 2 kilograms water overnight without any problems if you know how to do all the water manipulations, if you take salt out of your diet, if you eat less carbs and so on. So it goes also the other way around. It's also like really easy to gain 2 kilograms overnight. And as I mentioned before, if our weekly weight loss are 200 grams, but we can gain 2 kilograms of water overnight, then it's 10 times more than we would lose on fat. Which means maybe we wouldn't even realize that we are doing progress, that we are actually losing weight and don't plateau. However, if you have already lost lots of weight, like, I don't know, 5 to 10 kilograms, you probably lost some of the active tissue as well. So the tissue like muscle mass that consumes calories. So you need to recalculate your energy needs. It actually might be a reason why you started plateauing, in case you really plateau. If you lost lots of weight and you just need to recalculate how much energy you actually need. Okay, if you're still sure that you're plateauing and that you didn't lose a significant amount of weight so that your total energy expenditure changed, then please think about following questions. Are you sure your nutrition is on track? Do you track everything? And don't you underestimate the portion sizes you eat? Actually, some research suggests that most people really underestimate the amount of food they eat. So please try to weigh everything, track everything, and see if your nutrition is still on track. Another thing is, did you change anything about your habits? For example, maybe you started drinking coffee and adding some sugar or some other kind of things to it. Maybe it's winter, it's cold, and you started moving less just because it's not nice outside, so you just don't want to go out and became less active. This would decrease your energy expenditure as well. And what about the measurements? How do you track your progress? Is it just a scale? Or do you also do caliper measurements? Or circumference, for example? So if your weight on scale plateaus or maybe even increases, but calipers show that your body fat level goes down and you do resistance training at the same time, it's actually a good thing. This means that you are losing fat and gaining some muscle. So try to look at the entire picture. Try to consider all the different factors. And as you know that your spontaneous energy expenditure decreases, try to be more active. Don't just say, oh, I need to move more. Really do it. Start, I don't know, going to work instead of taking a bus or cycling to work. Or if you have a really sedentary lifestyle or an office job where you don't move a lot, set a timer. Get up once an hour to get up and down the stairs, get a cup of coffee, whatever. Just move more. And my last and probably the most important advice is be patient. It takes time to lose weight. It takes time to reach the body composition you want to reach. It takes time to see progress. Just be patient. Great changes don't happen overnight. Don't give up and keep going.